All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the rematch here between me, GM Pac-Man, Grandmaster Pascal Charbonneau, and Sebastian Mihajlov. We have played another of these matches before. It was pretty fun. We're going to play some 3-minute chess and some 1-minute chess. We're gonna kind of alternate. We're going to alternate between playing the 3-minute and a 1-minute. So 2 games of 3 minutes, and then we play 4 games of bullet chess. Last time it was really close. I was leading for pretty much the entire way, and then in the last few games, he managed to tie, and then we had to end because there was another stream starting right then. So we're gonna do this another time. I'm gonna keep, of course, I'm gonna keep talking a lot, following the chats, and so by all means, ask me questions if you have them. And yeah, so we should get started in just a couple minutes here. I'm gonna talk to Sebastian and see if he's ready, and we're going to get this show on the road. It's been a slightly more quiet period with the last event, the Chessable Masters of the Magnus Carlsen Tour, having just finished, and so but yeah, things are going to pick right back up because we have another tournament starting in just over a week, something like that. The Legends of Chess with a super exciting lineup. I'm not sure how much I can disclose yet. I think some of the players are already known and some are not, but I'm super stoked about who we have playing. You may notice today, this is a little bit unusual for me, but I am extremely hot. We have no AC in my Florida house today. Somehow I don't know what happened overnight, but it's not working. Got somebody taking a look in a couple hours, but for now we don't. So I gotta make do with what it is. And chess. You've probably read this article that says that chess players burn 27,000 calories in a chess game. I'm exaggerating, but it's something like that. So this is gonna be this is gonna be hard. I'm probably gonna be sweating a lot by the end of it, and for that I apologize. But let me see if Sebastian is ready to start. All right, he is ready. I'm wishing him good luck here. And so I'm going to try to challenge him here. The screen is going to flicker a little bit until I get this going here. Challenge 3 minutes. Here we go. All right, I think we are getting started. I got the black pieces. All right, we'll play knight f6 against his d4. I'm going to try to talk as much as possible because then if I lose my games, I can at least blame the fact that I was talking so much, which I think is a good thing. So always have an excuse in case things go wrong. So I'll play d5. f3 is a all right, this line. I'll take, and what will I play? Should I play c5? I've played different lines here. All right, I'll play c5. I tend to not remember any of the theory that I used to know, so that's my problem. Okay, so takes here. I think I have to take with the pawn. So these are positions where he's going to play. He's going to play for e4, and so the battle sort of becomes around that move. He tries to play e3, e4. I don't remember this move order really. I think I can try bishop f5. I don't really remember. Doesn't look like it can be that bad. This way I'll be able to trade light squared bishops, but even after that, it's still a question of whether he's going to be able to play e4 comfortably or not. So I'm going to try to keep that bishop here. Okay, so he's playing this. I think I'll play h6. Again, I have no idea what the theory here is. So he's playing for g5. He's playing for knight f4, and then g5 is his idea. My king looks like it could be a little bit unsafe. I have to watch for this this idea with knight f4. It's a little bit annoying. Maybe I should have played h5, because how? I think I got to develop. I don't have much time, actually. I'm actually going to play sort of strangely. I'll let him take, because I think if I don't, I have a real problem. So I'm going to castle queenside. This is definitely not the right way to play this opening, but, you know, we got to do... I'm going to have to improve on the way that I played this. I didn't like playing bishop h7, g5. Although maybe that's what I had to do. I don't know. I'm sure his position here is better. He can play for bishop h3 is an interesting move for him here, threatening g5. I probably play king b8 there. Probably play king b8. So now he wants to play bishop a3. He wants to play bishop a3. So I gotta gotta do something about that. Probably play c4 before he at least that takes the d3 square away from his bishop. So if he takes on g6, you know, I'll be able to. And next I'll play probably king b8 against most of his moves. Bishop a3, I can play queen c7. At least I'm controlling the b1 square for the rook now. If he trades on g6, of course he can, but that is a good piece of his, so I'm sort of okay with him trading that off. It could be that we're gonna run out of time here, both of us. Okay, so now maybe I can try to play against the f file. Start with rook f8. Idea is knight e4 here. Oops, I forgot that my rook was actually hanging, but, you know, let's call it an exchange sacrifice. It's actually not that stupid, maybe. We'll see. Okay, this I was going to play rook e8 and then attack his pawn over here. Okay, so he's attacking that one. I guess I'll defend it with queen f7. I'll bring the king to a8. I should probably do something with my rooks, like maybe rook e7 or try to double either. Okay, he's gonna come to this square. I'm gonna try to bring my knight to a different square, like b3, although it's not necessarily the most active square. Oh, he has this g5. I hung that. That's a little bit silly. Oh, what do I do now? I gotta play for some cheapos here now. Okay. Obviously, this was not the way to do it for me. I'm gonna play queen e8, a move that attacks a few different pawns. So now, what if I take on c1 and then take on e4? This move. It's a good move. I'll take this pawn. I'll give him a check. This move he has, okay. So he's obviously winning here. But, you know. All right. We're definitely going to lose on time here. Okay. All right. Good game, Sebastian. Tough start to the match. Second game. I have so many excuses for this one. I am also extremely hot. All right, we'll play e4 in this game. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to update the score as well on my scene here. So it is, so the way we're doing it, I think, is we're going to say the 3-minute games are going to be I wasted about 10 seconds here. The 3-minute games are going to count for 1, and the 1-minute games are going to count for half. So kind of makes sense to have that be. I'll play c3, play a4. So a4 threatens b4. Okay, so he goes there. I'll play h3. And I'll castle here. So we'll see if he plays something with g5 here or not. I think I'll start with bishop e3. There's a lot of ways to play these positions. Okay, so he plays there. Then it makes sense to take. I think this is going to be fine for me. I don't think he'll be able to checkmate me so easily, but we'll see. Okay, so this move, I'll play. I got to get out of this pin, so I'll play queen e1. Okay, now I got to watch for bishop h3, of course. So I'll play king h1, but I think I'm actually surviving here. And if I survive the next like 5 or 6 moves, then this position should be reasonably good for me. I think I can play knight h2. So he can play something like he can play queen h4. I'll play something like queen e3. You know, if I survive a few moves, then positionally the position is actually quite bad for him. And I also have this idea now to play g3. Okay, so he goes here. Now, if I just play g3, I think I should be reasonably safe. Okay, so he goes there. That makes sense. Now, maybe I just play knight to f3. I have a lot of pieces actually around my king. So I don't think he'll be able to just, you know, run me over here. So I go here. Okay, so now maybe we can play knight to h4. Seems to make sense. One of my plans might be this bishop on c4 might come back to like b3, d1. Okay, so he's going here. I think I'll play bishop b3. So okay, this move makes some sense. I'll play rook g1. Okay, so he goes here. I like bishop d1, forcing his knight to do something. Still a position where you have to be careful with white not to get yourself suddenly checkmated. But I think I'm liking what's going on here. I think. So knight f4, okay. That makes some sense. He's not really threatening anything. I'll just play bishop f3 and sort of see what he does. Okay, so he goes back. So again, he doesn't have much of a... So he's going here. All right, we'll go back. And now maybe I can finally play d4. Okay, this. Okay, well, now I have ideas with bishop g4. I actually can play it now, I think. Okay, he goes back. Maybe I shouldn't have played that move. That was sort of a waste of time. I can play knight f5 now. Okay, he goes there. Let's take on e5. Play knight g4 maybe. His queen is sort of funny looking, but it's not totally clear what's next. I'm threatening knight d6 check. This position should be pretty bad here. I'll just go back. H4 will play G4. I'm starting to have a lot of threats, but it is a sneaky position still. What did I do with that last move? Maybe it was bad. Okay, now I gotta move fast. All right, I'll give him a check. I don't know if this is good or not. Oh my God, I'm just hanging everything. I did it again, guys. I hung everything. He's too fast. All right, we'll resign. Good game, Sebastian. Oh man, this one hurts because I was just completely winning in that one a few moves ago. Oh well, it's okay. Tough start. So now I got to challenge him to some 1 minute. So the score is now 2-0 for him. Amazingly, last time I actually did better in the 1 minute than 3 minute. I just play so slowly for some reason in 3 minutes I play too slowly. All right, so let's see here. 1 minute. So it's going to be maybe, oh my God, he got me with this E5 move. So he is, unsurprisingly, going to be much faster than me as a much younger player, but that's okay. This is not a good opening for me, but it's okay. This will play F3. All right, knight E4 maybe. I get a center here. He's thinking. That's good. A little thinking. All right, we'll keep the center. We'll try to keep the center anyway. Oh, that was, oh my God. That was another dumb, I totally messed that up here. I should not have played, I let him get an easy attack, as you can see. We'll try to keep it sneaky here, though. I have threats of rook f7, or at least ideas of rook f7. Okay, that's a good move. You made a good move. We'll play here. Okay. All right. So this is obviously losing for me. I'll just resign. He is too fast. Good job, Sebastian. I'm gonna have to start playing better here. I'm off to a little bit of a slow start. Again, it's like a million degrees where I am. So I'm suspecting I'm gonna get only hotter as I keep playing. Knight d7 is a bit of a risky move, but we'll see what happens. We'll play g6. I don't really know about this combination of setups that I'm doing here. We'll attack his bishop. We'll attack his bishop again. All right, we'll play b5. Try to put pressure on the e4 pawn is the idea here. Okay. All right, that's fine, I think. Play e6. So he's got the pieces. You do have to be a little bit careful with this position here. Okay, so he's playing for a crazy attack here. Okay, knight e4 was played. I actually didn't play this right either. This could be a long match for me here if I keep playing this way. I have to turn things around somehow. He has played well so far, though, I must say. Okay, he's attacking this over there. Oh my goodness. It's not looking good, guys. All right, I resign. Good game. So he's up now 3-0. Definitely a slow start. Last time it was the opposite. I started and I was winning all the games at the beginning. So it's we'll see how this goes. I allowed him to play e takes d4, which is not brilliant from me. Okay, so now I think I'll play c4 so that I can give my bishop a square. Okay, this, maybe I'll play like this, g3. Now I actually like that my bishop is, I have a good bishop at least. But that said, I don't know what my plan is going to be. Probably play g4 somewhere. Okay, now maybe I can play like this. Okay, he's attacking my pawn. Try to bring the other rook. Okay, he wants that pawn, he can have it. Now I have a lot of pieces around his king. Oh my God, that is just really bad all around. I am getting schooled in 1 minute. I have to challenge him back. How do I do this? Over here. I may win some game at some point, I promise. Actually, I can't make that promise. We'll just have to see. All right, so this is going to be the last of the 1 minute games before we switch back here to playing so this is a accelerated dragon. Haven't played this in a very long time. Okay, I think he hasn't quite played it right, but it's not like anything disastrous for him or anything. His positions are considered to be quite good for black, but of course nothing that white can't hold or anything. I think trades are quite acceptable for me here. I'll just play this way. Maybe we'll play f5, try to spice it up a little bit. And so this looks like I messed this up again too. Oh my God, this is dreadful what I'm doing to myself. Maybe it's not totally over yet. Oh, no, not there. Oh my God. This is just horrible. King d7 was probably maybe okay still. I don't know. All right, let's play some 3 minutes. I am getting absolutely demolished here. All right, so now we're back to playing 3 minutes. So I'm starting to have a steep hill to climb here. Score is now 4-0 for Sebastian, who is showing that the experience of youth here is really coming in handy. I'm kidding, obviously, of course, with the experience of youth, but I literally have not been able to get on the scoreboard, which is pretty pathetic. So let's see what happens now. All right, this line. I'll play g3. So this is sort of a hybrid of the Tarrasch setup. Okay, so if he plays with bishop d6, I can play this way. Okay, so he has stopped. Play bishop f4. Probably knight to d4 makes sense. Queen d3. Play rook e1. Have to stop something from coming to e2. Okay, so we have a pretty normal position here. So do I want to take on c6? I think taking on c6 is quite reasonable. And then play bishop e3. Try to play on the dark squares a little bit. I also could have tried bishop e5. Sort of similar. Okay, so we get this position. Play queen d3. So I'm attacking his pawn over there. Okay, so he goes here. I'll play queen d2. Okay, so now at the least I can play knight c5. It's a nice square. All right, so he goes there. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe, do I do queen d4 here? Probably queen d4 is reasonable. In some cases that bishop might be attacked. Now I was going to just play b4, cements the knight a little bit. I may be able to play. All right, so he wants to checkmate me here. I have to be a little bit careful. But I think I can maybe just play h3. We'll start with that. Okay, so he's defended he's defended that, but my position still seems pretty reasonable. So that kind of forces, I think, queen d1. And then I'll just, I guess, play a4, a5. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, of course, in an endgame, I would be doing great here. It's not clear I'll ever really get an endgame, but because he's not going to want to trade. So he plays there. So now, what if I play... I'll probably start with bishop f3. Don't particularly want to let him... Okay. So he goes here. I may need to somehow find another square for the knight. I'll just start with king g1, just to protect... oh, I hung that pawn. Didn't see that, actually. We'll see what happens now. I may be getting myself in trouble again, because he's going to be able to attack me a little bit more than he otherwise would have. Try to play queen here. I don't really know whether that trade was good for him, bad for him. I mean, now it's a little bit more double-edged. I think he's going to play f6. No, f6 I can actually do some queen e6 check. Okay, if he goes back now, I return my knight. I want to push my pawn. Looks like I should be able to push this pawn. Okay, he goes there. Maybe queen e7. If knight g4, I can try to move queen e2. No, queen e2. Yeah, queen e2, then queen d1. It's interesting. So this, I think I'll push. I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, so he goes there. What if I play... No, queen e2 here doesn't work well. This is a tricky position. I might find a way to lose on time again. I'm going to go back. I don't know what I'm doing. This probably is stupid. So now he's got some checks, of course. I haven't, and I managed to get a position where I have no time somehow. From having time to having no time. All right, I'm playing just f3 to kind of stop knight g4, but now I'm running out of time, so this is going to be tough for me to hold. I want to play queen b7 in some cases. This I thought I could just play f4. So now I'm probably making a queen. Oh, did I? Yeah, I'm gonna lose on time again. All right. Good game, Sebastian. This has been a horrible match for me so far. I literally cannot. I'm gonna have a rating of 2,200 by the time this match is over. All right, let's play the Sicilian again. I'm gonna try. I think that I'm gonna try to play faster now because in every single game I've had pretty big problems with the clock. So I think that's a sign that if anything, at least I gotta try not to lose in the same way every single game, which is, you know, low on time. So we'll try to speed it up. Okay, this. I think I can play knight h5 here because I don't know that this is going to be that amazing for him. So I can play knight f4. Okay, so he does that. Now, so I think I can actually play e5, then take on g5. And I think he's probably not doing so well. Okay, so he takes on d6. That actually surprises me a little bit. Now I can play rook to d8. I'm going to stop him from castling. And he's got the g4 pawn hanging. So this one really looks very bad, but now let's see what that means. I'm going to do with it. All right, so I've got to be able to take on g4 here, which again makes it very hard for him to castle. Now on this move, I think the simplest is rook d4. Yeah, this looks totally lost for him here. If queen f1, I have knight g2, and otherwise I can probably play, for example, queen f3 is probably pretty good. Also rook d8. There's a lot of moves here. Rook d8 is maybe nice. One of the ideas is that if he plays queen takes e5, I can play rook d1 check and checkmate him on e2, which would be nice, but we'll see. So, what is going on here? He's thinking. I've got him thinking. Maybe I'm going to win one. That would be kind of nice. I've had trouble catching up with the chat, but let me see here. Oh, did I not update the score? Oh, I thought I had. Sorry. So I got to push it. That's the problem. Maybe I was too ashamed to admit it. All right, I won one. So I'm definitely going to update the score one here. There we go. This is just the beginning. So we're playing for 2 hours, by the way, so there's plenty of time for me to lose more games. All right, here we go. So let's see if I can create a string of 2. All right, we'll play knight c3. Yeah, so Tarje is asking, so I'm counting them as 1 for the blitz games and half. It's the same thing. So I guess he's counting them as 2 and 1. So that's you know, it really doesn't matter. 10-2 or 5-1. The last time we did it the way I'm doing it, but it's of course it ends with the same fraction. So I'm not gonna not going to complain about that. All right, so now we have a position. This looks like a sort of a Najdorf. It could have come from either a Najdorf or a classical Sicilian. So g4, I think, stops d5. Okay, so he goes here. I think I'll play h4. We'll play g5, and then, oh, so if he goes there, okay, then I'll still play rook g1. So I have no idea what the theory of this kind of stuff is these days. So here, I think I'll play queen d2. I'm not sure, just to kind of prepare against things coming on c3. Okay, so he plays knight c5. I think I'll play h5, start moving forward on that side. I haven't quite decided if my king should necessarily castle. Probably at some point, but haven't done it yet. We'll see. All right, knight b4. That is an unusual idea. I guess in some cases he's got some kind of captures on c2. Yeah, definitely a bit of an unusual concept. What if I play... Let me just play rook c1. It's probably not the most accurate move, but again, I'm gonna try. I got to try to play a little bit faster because I'm just way too slow. Okay, so is he gonna take on? If he takes on f3, I think he's gonna have some problems. Really, he takes it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I can take, then take. What a weird position still. Just start with this. I don't know what to do. Oh, he's got bishop h4 check also, so I gotta be a little bit, this is a little bit, I actually misplayed this pretty completely, I think. Okay, this move. I guess I'll take. He's got some tactics, our friend Sebastian. Okay, so he's possibly coming. Yeah, his position is good now. Playing knight d1 to try to create a little counterplay. I'm attacking his knight, and maybe my knight will come to f2, but I don't have... This attack turned into nothing. I really... I'm not too impressed with my own play in any of these games so far, to be honest. I'm not really attacking his knight because he's got the bishop on e3 attacked as well. So this is not... This is a knight f2, of course, doesn't attack his rook, so he's able to play that move, which makes a lot of sense. And now he's got ideas like he's probably coming to f8 with his rook. Okay, so this move, I kind of have to save that bishop somehow. We'll go there, but this is looking very suspicious for me. I'll take this. So now I'm actually, I think... Did I trick him? I don't know. Maybe I did. We'll have to see. Okay, so I got some pieces at least. Yeah, I think he missed something there. He went from winning to not winning anymore. Maybe he's losing actually. We'll have to see. Probably take this pawn. Now I can give him a check, and I think I have rook h1. That was my idea. All right, so I'm back to even in the blitz games, I think. Does that make sense? No, I'm probably still down 1 or something like that. Let me ask him what the score is, because I know I'll try to do it so that it's the same way on both screens. This way we'll match. Yeah. So okay. Well, I got lucky in one game because this game. So he has it as 10-4. So he's counting the blitz as 2 and the bullet as 1. So we'll do it that way also. So then it's 10-4 for him. And now we're playing. We're going to play some bullet. All right. Okay, so here we go. We'll play one for Team Scandi here. Okay, let's see. This move, all right. Play Queen C7. I don't think this is, again, this is not how you should play chess, but it is bullet, so you can kind of try to do fun things. This obviously is not correct, I'm sure. Okay, so this, I'll play G4. I'll play H4. Oh. All right, so now, what do we have here? I think I can play just knight F6. But let's see, it could get still very tricky. Okay, so knight rook D7 is a tricky move indeed. What do I do now? Huh. Does this really work for him? My goodness. Yeah, so I messed this up. I'll just resign because I have no time also. I was up a piece, so it was good at some point. All right, so now we'll make that 11-4. All right, here we go. We'll play the birds opening. Okay, so he's played in a amusing way, which is good for some bullet. I don't want to play bishop G. Oh, did I just give my pawn? What? I don't understand what I am doing. This is really not. I swear that sometimes I play a little bit better than this. Not necessarily much, but a little bit. Okay. Can I salvage this one? Let's see. We'll play King E2, F3. Maybe. His bishop is still sort of far away, so there is some potential. Now, my goal is to play Rook F1, F3. Okay, this way. So I don't want to give him... Yeah, this is still very bad, actually. Yeah, I'm not saving that one, actually. I'll just resign. He's got the strong knight. I just gave up my pawn. That's just very weak. All right, 12-4, a scary score. All right, what is going on? This is a sort of typical Maroczy bind, so we can actually play slightly better than we play in some other games just because, you know, we kind of have seen these setups. So the games tend to be slightly higher quality at the beginning, and then the quality will collapse. So I've got a good position here because that pawn is a pretty good pawn to take. So this should be winning, I think, but you never know. I have to watch, of course, for some mates. So I want to play h5 or some move like that as soon as possible. Okay, so now, yeah, I guess I'll play h5. Get a square. Okay, and now he can get one piece, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, I should have played queen a1 check. I didn't. Okay, well, I won a bullet game. I think that's the first bullet game that I have won. So that's a success. He is much younger and much faster than I am, so I keep getting these sort of very basic opening tricks played on me, which is very funny. Like, I used to be able to do this stuff, play, a5 at the right moment. Okay, what is this? Rook e1, c5 is fine, d4. What is he going to do now? He actually can play queen d6, and it's not totally clear. I'll just play c3. I don't even want it. Amusingly, I wasn't sure what was happening if I actually took that thing. So I'm just going to play it this way. There's rook c3. Rook c3, I can play knight takes e4 maybe. I tricked him. All right, maybe I can win this one. I'm up a rook here. All right, 12-6. Maybe this, in the last match, he was trailing by a lot and then just started winning every game at the very end. And so we'll see if we can have a repeat of this, but I'm not feeling too confident, if I'm honest. We're not quite halfway yet, so there is a lot of time. And the points go much faster in, of course, the blitz than in the rapid, so than the bullet. So it's important to do well in the blitz. All right, play e4. What did he do last time? He played the Sicilian. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Italian again because I kind of liked the game I had there last time. I don't know if I'll play exactly the same way, but I'll actually play knight d2 first in this game. So he still plays g5. Okay, interesting. Well, then I'll play this move, bishop b5. The idea of this move is that in some cases, so if he plays bishop b6, then I can play, of course, knight c4, which is kind of nice. Gains a bit of time. Now I think I'll play d4 because he hasn't castled yet. Not having castled is actually a big plus in this type of position for both sides because it gives you more options. Okay, so now he does castle. Okay, so I got to defend that pawn somehow or sacrifice it. Either way, it's not that easy to defend it. Because if I play queen d3, for example, he could just take it. I am curious about sacrificing on g5, but it's probably not right. What if maybe I take on c6? I may try it. This is a blitz game. Maybe we can have some fun with it. Sometimes this stuff works. I'm not so sure about here. He's got intermediate moves here, like he can try to play bishop a6 to start. Okay, so he takes, which is okay, and then he plays here. So he wants this interesting way to play. So it's interesting because he's got this idea to play bishop a6 maybe next. I think I'll just castle. We'll see what happens. This may not be good for me. 94, probably just rook e1. Okay, so he goes here. Maybe I'll take that pawn. I don't know. I'm taking some pawns, and I have ideas to play f3 sometimes. But that being said, he does have some material. So now I took another pawn. The idea is that I'm threatening some knight e7 check as well. So, but of course he can take, he can take on g5. I take on e4. I don't really know what's going on there. Okay, so he plays that way. Interesting. Could be a good move, actually. He's got ideas with bishop takes h3. I'm going to attack his rook. Bishop h3, maybe I can play queen f3. This position is kind of a mess. It should be good for him because he is still up a piece. I have 3 pawns, I guess. It's not a horrible material balance or imbalance or something. Queen f3 seems to make sense just because it defends against potential mates. Although I also wanted to play, rook a3 to g3 sometimes. So my queen could be getting in my own way. Okay. So now, I think I'm still going to play rook a3. That makes sense. I think I got to take this. Actually, this is not looking so hot because he's going to have all kinds of discoveries here. What do I do? Maybe my bishop is not very, very well placed either. I'm trying to bring it maybe to g3 so it can play a defensive role, actually. Not that I love this. So we still have a weird position where I have 3 pawns. And then, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe with little time, I have a chance here to do something. I'm not sure. I mean, it's objectively, maybe it's not that bad, but I don't have much time. So I'm probably going to lose. Okay, this is a good move. I'm going to try to, okay, place here. Yeah, this was not too clever by me because now this pawn is going to be very strong. Okay. I'm going to play b4. I don't know what I'm doing. Just trying to do something. Oh, I let him queen. Okay. Good game, Sebastian. 14-6. That's not one that I wanted to lose because the blitz ones are important. So we keep trailing, keep fighting. What else can we do? I just hope to make it close. So there's a little suspense as we get closer to the end, but not yet. All right, here we go. Oh, how come I have the white pieces again? I don't know. Did I had white, right? I don't know how that happened. Well, we'll play as if we're black. I'm playing a reverse Sicilian, so it's pretty much like being black. So he's playing with c6. I'll play e3. Knight f3 is actually the more sort of critical move there, but I'll just play e3. Knight e2, and then my goal is to play d4 somewhere. I'll play it now. Okay, so we get this position. Should be about equal, but you can play. I think the knight on e2 is a little bit better placed. It can come to f4. The bishop on g2 is not bad, so it could be a slightly unpleasant position, I think, for black. It's a little bit easier for me to put pressure. All right, so he goes there, knight f4, queen d2. My pawn on h3 is defended by my knight. Play rook e1. Okay. And so somewhere I can also maybe try to play... I don't really want to take his bishop on e6. So this is a bit. It's going to be a bit of it could be a bit of a cat and mouse game here until. Okay, so he plays here. I'll play b3. Oh, he took it. All right. He's so fast, but this time the speed got him. What was he expecting that I would play? A3? I don't know. That's a weird pre-move to make because the only move that would allow knight b3 is a3. No, that doesn't make any sense because a3 on knight a5 wouldn't make sense. So I don't know what that was. He is making fun of himself. That's why you hear me typing. That is typing to Sebastian. I'm going to make fun of him too while I can, since this has been mostly easy to make fun of myself rather than of him. But okay. Let's see if I can win up a piece. He's probably resigning since he's taking time. He's probably talking about what happened, you know, how he had to give one to the old guy here. What is our age gap actually? Anybody know? Anybody know how old is our friend Sebastian Mihajlov? Okay, so all right, we have. So I'm going to update the score now, 14-8. I mean, it's, you know, compared to what it was, it's looking a little better. So that's a good thing, you know. And now, so now we got to play some 1 minute. I really have to try to do better than 1 minute because the 1 minute has been just pathetic so far from my end. So let's see how we do. All right. He's playing the Grob opening, a classic of bullet chess. I'm sacrificing a pawn here. He is sacrificing back. So this is a non-standard Grob, but after these sort of mutual presence, I would say, I think I have the better position. But now let's see what I end up doing with it. I usually end up blundering everything, so. But here, so he's pinned, you know, he's pinned, his F pawn is pinned, his knight is pinned. So he's got to deal with pins. There's the old pin and win concept. You know, is okay. So he's going to try to sacrifice, which is what I thought may happen here. So, okay. So he sacrificed that. Maybe I shouldn't take too long is the thing. So we'll play this. Now I'm threatening some bishop b4. He could have tried to play c4 also. I may win on time. Whew, I won one on time. Unbelievable. That is just what the doctor ordered to make me feel like I have a chance. Whether that's correct or not remains to be seen. Absolutely brilliant game from both sides here. This is one you're going to want to this last game, this Grob opening with everything that happened is definitely one that you're probably going to want to just kind of study in great depth, you know what I mean? Cuz so I saw that he was going to play h4 and so I went right in time with my counter. Oh, this queen e7 is so stupid. Oh my god. This is another of my absolutely brilliant like one of these where I do everything wrong as fast as possible. Okay. Maybe I can. No, I don't want to take that. Do I? Well, maybe I do. I don't know. This is not going to be good for me. I already know, but that's okay. Check. Okay, I got my rook on the open file. He can actually take it. Is he going to see it? He saw it. Terrible. Oh, Pascal. All right. 15 to 9. All right, let's try to do better. You know, I think what I got to do is I got to start playing his openings. This is what has been missing. Is that this kind of style is what's been missing from my play. Is one of the things that's been missing from my play. So I feel pretty confident about this game because, yeah, I don't think he's used to playing against that style, which is his own style. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do now. Confuse him. Take that pawn. If he's going to take on b2, I'll take it. That's fine. Should be good for me here. Maybe I can take this. Probably, that's probably dumb, actually. I don't know why I'm playing this way. Totally unnecessary. Well, that was funny, if nothing else. I think we have one more, right, of the bullet ones. So 15.5 to 9.5. We'll pre-move a5 here. He's not going to expect it. Just watch it. He's going to be shocked. So I'm playing to undermine his pawns, but he has taken one of mine. Interestingly enough, that's fine. I can play c5 here. I think maybe things are going to work out. Let's see. We'll play bishop b7. Am I giving another pawn? I'm not calculating. I'm not really holding on to my pawns very well in this game, but okay, this is sort of unclear here. The d4 pawn might be hanging in some situations. Play knight c7. Maybe I could have taken with the bishop in the back. Who knows? I can take it now. Play queen d5. That's fine. His b2 pawn is hanging in some situations here. Play rook a8. Try to attack a2. A2 cannot be defended so easily. That said, this is not necessarily winning. Oh, did I allow? Yeah, allowed this. I'll take this one. Still not the worst endgame here for me. Oh my god, why did I do this? Oh my god, I'm so slow. It's terrible to be so slow. I know he would have like checkmated me within I would have had absolutely no chance if I was playing against him there. So but it is not that way. All right. So now we're playing 3 minutes again. So I'm 16-10. We're about halfway, a little over halfway. It's not completely hopeless. Just have to see what happens. he was asking me, we were checking, making sure that we're all in agreement about the score, and we are, so that's good. All right, so now we're playing a 3-minute game. I'll play the King's Indian. Let's see what Sebastian likes to do here. Okay, so bishop e2, bishop e3. I'll play knight a6. We'll play e5, knight c5. Then we'll play a5. Okay, so he's playing this way. Maybe I can play h5 here. I don't really know. Maybe this is not a bad setup. I'm not sure. Okay, so his knight's coming to h3. I think I can play c6, and if he wants to take that pawn, he can. Take the pawn on d6, I mean. Because I'll play queen b6, rook b8. I think I get play there. This could be that I'm misjudging that, though, because it is a little risky to give that pawn. But I think I'm getting play on the dark squares. We'll see. Sort of typical to give this pawn up and see what you can do. So he doesn't have knight a4 check, because knight a4 because of queen b4 check. So he can play, yeah, so he can play a move like this. Then probably rook d8. You know, the idea is to play bishop f8 sometimes. Okay, so he goes here. Am I hanging material here? So queen b4, he plays bishop d2. But I can play there still. Queen a3. This is going to get, it could be dicey for me. I don't know. My queen is a little bit on an escapade. Bishop c1, you know, is kind of possible that I have to make a draw there. Queen b4, bishop d2. If he doesn't do it, then my idea is still to play like, well, I mean, he's got to do something, right? Because, so knight takes c5, of course, is a critical move. But I can play probably, I mean, I was thinking I can play bishop f8 there. And then if I can take on c5 without trading queens, it should be a good position for me, I believe. So we'll see. Okay, so he plays there. Actually, I missed that move. But it does get pretty messy now. So if I play knight takes c5, he takes on d8. I can play even something like queen b2 or knight e6, knight d4. I think I actually have quite a lot of play here, but we'll see. Start with, oh, I should have played knight takes b3. Oh my god, that was just, this was a terrible miss. Yeah, knight takes b3 was probably a good move for me there. Now, what do I do? It's not quite as good now, but I was thinking that my position is reasonable no matter what, but I don't know though. Now I'm like, more like, yeah, this is, I should have done it the other way, of course. Somewhere I can play, you know, bishop b7 or something. I was also considering some bishop takes h3 sacrifices at one point, not right now. Okay, so he goes there. That's reasonable. I think knight takes b3 is reasonable. I'm going to play that. Okay, so then probably just rook b8. Okay, he goes there. All right. So what is going on? For now, I'll just go back and see what happens. Because so if he goes queen c6, do I repeat? Okay, I don't have to answer the question, so that's good. It's easy. I think I'll play here. Is he going to take? So that threatens mate. I have a threat. Okay, I was thinking that he might do that. So now he wants to play queen to e5. So I have to be careful about that. So what do I do to stop that? Not easy, actually. This bishop h3 doesn't really do anything, but I can maybe start with queen b1. Okay. And I can play queen b8, which stops at least that move. Although I'm down a piece, right? I didn't think I was down a piece. Oh, he didn't do that. Okay. Okay. Well, now play a4. Oh, did I just... My God, why am I blundering things like that? Now I'm going to get checkmated, of course. This is bad. Oh boy, terrible, terrible. I am just getting a lesson in playing faster. The moral of the story for me in this match so far is I can't let, this is something I say when I do commentary. You cannot let yourself be down on time in these blitz games. The second you're down on time, you're just really, and when you see Magnus and Ali Reza and those guys play, the guys were truly good. They are almost never behind on time. And so that's, just something that I have to learn myself. I'm playing the Italian again. That's the one thing that has sort of given me reasonable position so far. Okay, so he's playing this setup, which is fine. It's a sort of, good blitz way to play. It's a very sort of kamikaze style. Black, black gets some interesting play. All right, so I'm transferring my knight here. And what will I play now? It's interesting. I'll just play bishop d2. Again, I'm going to try to play a little bit faster, which I've done a terrible, terrible job of doing so far. Okay, so now I think I can take this bishop, play bishop e3, and I'll probably castle at some point now. Maybe first knight d2. I could castle on the queen side also. Actually seems to make some sense. Okay, so he's going here. So obviously he wants to play knight to f4. I think I'll play knight c4 to have some counterattack against the e5 pawn in some cases. The queen is not terrible here. Now I would like to kick his knight out somehow. So maybe I'll play knight e2 first. I can't play g3. I have to watch for knight d3 check. So that's something to keep in mind. In fact, he is kind of preparing knight d3 right now. So I have to be careful for that. I'll play this move to try to stop it. Okay, now he's threatening. He's very sneaky. Now he's threatening to take on e2. Maybe I got to do this. Maybe I try to trade some pieces. I don't know if this is... Okay, he makes a nice sneaky move here. Doesn't necessarily do a whole lot. Maybe it does, I don't know. Okay, so he's going here. That was his idea, I guess. I can play rook d4 maybe. Interesting. Maybe it is good for him. I don't know. I can play rook d8. All right, so now, if I play rook g8, he actually has some tricks there. Because rook takes e4 I'll still play it, but on rook e4, he's threatening rook e2, so I gotta make a move like king c1. So this maybe is just good for him now. He's pinned, but yeah, he's got some ideas. So this looks good for him, actually. Yeah, now queen f7 or something like that, and he has won a pawn, and his position looks not bad at all. So I'm trying to create counterplay here with queen d6. He still has moves though, because it's not actually mate, right? It's a couple checks. I can get a pawn, and then what happens? So I don't have much time, so I'm gonna have to just kind of go for it. It's just messy. I'm threatening the bishop. I also got this idea to play queen d7 check. So if he plays queen takes e2, I have queen d7 check, and maybe that's winning. I don't know. And queen d7 check is a threat, and taking the bishop is probably a threat too. So it's possible that this is winning, but I don't have. It's hard for me to be supremely confident the way I've been playing. So I'm taking the bishop, and then we'll just play f3. And I think here, then I can actually play queen d7, and so it should just be easy. But I don't have too much time. Okay, well, he tried to play super fast. I still got to make sure that I win this, because I'm not nearly as fast as I should be. So I can just push my pawn and make a queen is the simplest plan here. All right, so 1812, keeping it, semi-close, but I'm certainly not. It's going to be a tough challenge to win this match. All right, now we got to play 4 1-minute games, which so far the 1-minute games have not been my forte. All right. So what do we have here? Sort of a King's Indian style position where I'm a little passive, unfortunately. So I'd be happy to trade some pieces. Oh, I may have won his rook. It's just a rook. We'll see what I do with it. I'm going to try to keep it, a lot of pieces up for me, which right now it still is. All right. So 1813. It's about as close as I've been, so far. So I'm just hoping to make it close, make him sweat a little bit. He's young. He's probably expecting to flag me in just about every game, which is a reasonable expectations, to be honest. Very reasonable expectation. Okay, so we have a King's Indian attack style position here. Maybe I can get bishops, but bishops are sort of overrated in bullet, I would say. The knights are are way too tricky. And so I actually don't like my position at all here, because I feel like I'm just always on the edge of getting forked or getting something. So now I just lost a pawn to this sneaky knight, just as I said. Now he's threatening mate. So I got to make a stupid move here. I'm going to lose this game, of course, but this is just like a move to confuse him. It's actually maybe the best move that I had. He is winning here. Rook e3 is probably best. Okay, this, now I can play this way. Okay, so still totally lost for me. But, you know, maybe he's got not as much time as sometimes he has. Oh, I won his queen. All right. Did I win 2 bullet games in a row? This is like, I should be jumping up and down, but I know better. I know better because no early celebration here. I'm still trailing. I'm still struggling. So here I'm going to have a slightly worse pawn structure, and not much to show for it. So this is not how you're supposed to play the opening, folks. But, you know, so maybe now I definitely have to sacrifice and just hope to get something. I'll go queen e6 so that my knight can come to f4. It's still just speculative here, not I don't have a great position by any means. But for bullet, I have seen worse, although I should not have let him take that piece off. That was not brilliant by me. Ah, not good. Okay. That was not going to be 3. It was not going to be 3 in a row, so that doesn't surprise me too much. 19, 14. All right, we got one more of these lovely bullet games. Start with d4 in this one. h3 there doesn't really make too much sense. But the only thing with this is that my my bishop on d3 doesn't really make any. I wasted a tempo, put it that way. I wasted a tempo, but that's okay. Knight d4. So that forces a capture. Yeah, that was well played by him, actually. I'm not sure that what I did here was in any way, shape, or form good. In fact, it was terrible. But, you know, let's see what happens. I have to somehow not let him take everything. I'll take this pawn. It's risky, but the good thing about bullet is you don't have to worry too much because you don't have to suffer. If you lose incredibly fast. And so that is sort of a solace. I'm defending my pawns with my rook on a 3rd rank, but now he is threatening to enter on e1, and that's quite annoying. Okay, so my position is terrible here. Yeah, I'll resign this one, I think. All right, so 20 to 14. So these bullet games were a wash. So now back to 3 minutes. I have to say, I am like sweating bullets here. No pun intended with the bullets. It is like 100 degrees in this room. My AC is not working. I said it earlier in Florida, and it is something like something like 100 degrees. All right, so Sicilian again. He plays bishop e2, a nice little move. Some strong players, you know, like I've seen some really good players actually play this move, bishop e2. It gives a sort of a normal closed Sicilian position, but with the bishop on e2 instead of on the long diagonal, which is just a little bit different. It's got some good, some bad. I played sort of the same setup as you would play in the closed Sicilian, and I feel like my position is quite reasonable here. Yeah, I saw that he has knight c4. If I took on c3, at bishop d2, and the queen was trapped. But the knight on c4 is not actually stable because I can play bishop a6, and in some cases I can disrupt it. So now I want to play d5. I'm just going to do it. I feel like this opening up of the position would be a good thing for me. And his knight is a little bit awkward here. This move. So dc, gf, cd. I think I can actually play d takes c3, cd, e, de, do this. I'll take with the rook. And okay, what is this going to be? I'm going to have won a pawn, right, when I take his rook, so that's not bad. And here, well, the position should be just very good for me, I think. The question is just how to play. So I'll put the bishop on d3. The idea here is to play c4, c4 and sort of cement my bishop on d3, which should be a very good square. And now I also have possibly a good file. His rook is going to have trouble competing for the b file, so I can play rook b8. My rook is coming to b2. Okay, so he is defending this way. Makes sense. I'm just going to make a move h5, try to make something reasonable. And now maybe queen c8. My queen has some ideas. Okay, and on this move I was going to play knight e5. I think it's a good square. And I have some real attack here because I also have rook b2 coming. So on this move, knight g4 is probably right. Because yeah, he's got some issues because I can play a move like queen c5 against a lot of his moves. And on this one, queen c5 is still actually possible, but I think rook b2 is maybe simpler. So this has got to be close to winning. What am I going to do now, though? Maybe just rook b1. It's got to be close to getting mated, no? I'll just take. Okay, so now I can play, I kind of like queen f8. It attacks the bishop, and in a good way, I think, because I have chances to go like, I don't know, bishop f1 or moves like that, you know, next try to get onto. And on this move, so now there's e5, which is interesting. I can't take too long again is the thing. If I start taking too long and losing on time, I'll play queen f6. My idea there is potentially to take on h4 simply, but also maybe to play e5. So, I mean, this should be totally winning. It's just a question of whether I can do it without losing on time. Okay, so this move. So now I thought like something like bishop f1 would be mate with king g1, bishop h3. Looks like mate, right? Who knows? Rook d1, queen f2 there. I think it is mate. Should be mate. Looks like it mate. Smells like mate. All right. Good game. Good game. I did this wrong. I got to update the score here. 20 to 16. I mean, I'm almost edging closer here. You could call it. All right, F4 he plays. We'll play C5. So in the Sicilian style again. Okay, so we have this is a reverse Dutch. And normally, white is up a tempo, so they have some options that are not necessarily available otherwise. But it's pretty reasonable for black as well. So now I think I can play e5. I don't really know. So he gets his bishop on f4. But my queen on e6 is not bad. And I can probably play... I'll probably play rook e8 like this here. And then maybe just knight g4. It's a good, decent square. Okay, so... And then I was thinking f5. But f5, what if he plays c4? Maybe I don't want to allow that. Maybe I play bishop a8 just so my bishop is protected. On h3, I do have the e5 square here, which seems to be a good square. What if I play d4 here? Kind of sneaky little move. I want to try it. Okay, he goes here. So now I think I'll be better. I can take on g2, take on c3, take on a2. So I've taken a pawn. Seems to be a decent pawn, and I'll just return. Let's go home with the queen. Okay, so he's cementing. He's gonna have a square on d5, but that's okay, I think. So I'll play. Do I want to? What do I want to do? I'm playing too slowly again. I'll just play rook d8 because okay, and queen d7. This is stupid. I'm just letting him like do all sorts of things. That was totally unnecessary, of course. We'll play f5 now. Okay, so what I did was sort of ridiculous, but maybe my position is still okay. I probably want to play h6 so that I just have fewer pieces to worry about. Okay, well, if he goes there, I'll just play knight c6. Maybe bring the knight to d4 in some cases. And the knight looks like it could use a reroute here. And now what if I play knight e7, try to trade this one off? This is definitely a good knight. Okay, so then I'll take and I'll go back to c6. And at least now I have squares of my own. Especially to maybe, what am I going to do next? So this move, okay. It's fine. Rook e7 maybe. We'll bring it to here. And then I'll play like knight d4. I don't know if this is the correct way to do this. I certainly don't mind trades. I don't mind trades here, but I always got to watch for things landing on f6. Maybe I'll play h6 to start. And then maybe knight e5. I mean, the knight is very solid there. I'm attacking c4 as well, so which would be a kind of nice pawn to take just to have one extra pawn. So now, I mean, I should be able to just go back. Okay, so he has traded this off, but now I'm not, oh, I could have taken it. Oh my God, I had h3 hanging, I had f1 hanging, but I just first decided to protect the pawn. All right, we'll just push this guy. So not very accurate by me by any means, but you know, we're going to try to make progress. A5 maybe. We'll play A4, trying to keep my pawns. It's going to be hard to keep all of them, but maybe I can keep some of them. So now I want to play, probably just play A3, B4. Okay, so I got more pawns still. I got more of them, and maybe now they're harder to stop. Oh, what did I do? Did I just give? I'm just really not, I'm not playing accurately at all. Not at all. I am really not impressed with myself. Okay, so I managed to do this. All right. Whew. So now it's, I think, 20 to 18. 20 to 18. So I am getting dangerously close. He's going to start to feel the heat a little bit. Now, what do we play? We play, did we just play two? I think we just played 2 3-minute games, right? All right. Well, I am excited to at least be in it to win it. If I can keep it close, have a chance maybe to get 1 or 2 more of the so if we can have a few more of the blitz games, maybe I'll have a chance. We'll see. What is this? I should not have done this. Very poorly played again by me. But it is bullet, so maybe we'll see what we can do. Okay. He decides to play this way, which is fine, but it's not necessarily, you know, it doesn't necessarily make it too easy for him. Okay, so this, maybe rook d8. And then let's play rook d5. I don't know what I'm doing. Rook d8. Then maybe we'll play something like rook takes d1. Okay. Okay, well, at least oh boy, did I just hang? I had just hung my pawn, amazingly enough. Oh my god. That is just pathetic. He is so much faster than me. I am ashamed. I am just ashamed being so much slower than somebody. That is a key game actually for him. Amazing. He is too fast. I got some lessons to learn in terms of pre-moving because somehow if we get down to like just a few seconds, I don't even have a chance, like no chance at all. Okay, so I get my knight to g5. I get to play f4. Okay, maybe this is not bad for me. I'm gonna try to chase that knight out of there. Not easy for him to castle. Okay, we'll keep my knight. Coming here. Okay, so play b3 so I can play maybe d4. This I was gonna hop on. Okay, that's fine. Let's take this guy. Nice position, but nice positions don't really win you bullet games is one thing I've learned over my many years of losing a lot of bullet games. I have learned many valuable lessons such as that one. Nice positions don't win you bullet games. Remember that. Okay, so he's got, I just wanted to defend my pawn on h3 here. Okay, we'll play deep. Oh my goodness. That's just a mouse slip there. Of course. All right, well, you know, this is not necessarily one to this is not necessarily one to analyze in too great depth. That one I would say 21 and a half to 18 and a half, pretty close. All right, I gotta keep at it. I don't have much time, so if I'm gonna win, we have 17 minutes left. We'll probably stop a couple of minutes before that, so I only have, you know, I can't lose too many more. This is sort of a little trick that I did here. I thought that he would be impressed with that as a young player. That being said, it is, especially for bullet, far from over. I've just kind of won a pawn, but you know, the game is just starting really, especially because yeah, this could actually be very dangerous for me. We'll play here. And I don't know. E5. So, what is going on here? So, what is going on? Maybe the position is not as bad as it looked like a few moves ago, I must say. I can take this guy, although I should not have. Oh my goodness. He got me. Unbelievable. That knight takes g6 was a nice move. Nicely done, Sebastian. All right, I got to win some bullet games, otherwise I'm not going to have any chance. I think this is maybe the last bullet game, right? Oh, why did I let him come to d4? That's stupid. I should not have let him come to d4, but you know, that's okay. So, okay, I'm actually happy for him to give up that piece. I don't mind. I don't actually mind that exchange at all, because now, So now this is not anything but clear. I have a lot of activity. I don't know why I did this move, though. That was a stupid one. Oh, but maybe. What did I do? Why did I? That was dumb. All right, won a bullet game. So I am sort of within reach here, I think. I have to win two. If I win both blitz games, I can actually. So it's pretty close, not so bad, you know. It started by being like 27-0, so now we just kind of gotta keep at it. All right, so I gotta win two games in order to have a chance. We'll play the a6 Slav. Okay, this line, fine. I'll play e6 and bishop. Well, actually, I'll just play a5. Knight a6. So this is a sort of stable line for both sides. Okay, if he plays g4, it becomes more of a mess. Let's see here. Probably knight b4 to at least take a square away from him. And then I think I'll play b6 with the idea to play this. I'll play knight d7 and then so maybe bishop a6. I mean, it should be kind of double-edged. I don't know. I don't really know how to evaluate all of this. All right, I have to trade that knight because it's just, it's an attacker. So now the question is, do I take on c4 with the pawn, for example? That's my inclination. And then here, just take and play like h6. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this position is, but I mean, I kind of like it actually because I feel like I got this knight coming. I got this knight coming to d3 potentially. And here I'll just start with bishop d6 to sort of get rid of his, right now, his top attacking piece. Okay, so that's a good move. But, well, I don't know. I can play queen h4 now, so... I can start with queen h4, see where he goes. Should be a good position for me actually here. Take this one, rook to d8. So if he goes queen e1, I can play queen h3 and then knight c2. I think I want to keep kind of the attack going rather than try to trade into an endgame. And it's hard to believe that this would be good for him here. I think I'll play knight d3. And I'll take probably with the rook, I guess, just because it seems more active that way. I don't know what's the right way to play, and I don't have tons of time to figure it out. So we'll just do it this way. Maybe it wasn't right to do this actually because, but my point was that at some point maybe my bishop can come back Like I'll play c5 and bishop b7 somewhere to bring it to life again, hopefully. I guess queen h3. Okay, so now I can take a second pawn. I guess that's what I'll do. Yeah, and I'll just take an h3. I could also try rook f4, but this just seems like it's clear enough, actually. Maybe first check. Oh, he goes there, of course. We'll take this one, check. Well, maybe now I have bishop b7. It doesn't actually do all that much, but it does something, maybe. Check. And I'll just bring the king to e7, I think. Well, here, oh, that was stupid, actually. So I'm letting him play rook d6, which is not brilliant. And rook d3, maybe rook d3, this king e8, rook d7. Maybe this is the best I have now, but it's not as clear, maybe, as it should have been. So I don't know. He's getting his knight into my position, but he doesn't have a lot of pawns. So I'm hoping that I can just win this game. Oof. All right. So it's going to be a photo finish here. So these matches have been just, pretty rough. So if I win the last Bliss game, I can actually win, which is kind of amazing because I did not think I had any chances, and I should get white pieces. We'll see what happens with this, but very close. Oh, I get black again. That's fine. No big deal. Yeah. Let's play the Queen's Gambit accepted. Nope, he doesn't let me. Okay, he plays this way. We'll play c5. Okay. So it's like a reverse Queen's Gambit here. So eventually I'm going to have to, you can play bishop here, and I'll just castle, I guess. Okay. So what do we do now? Can I play d4? Can't take too long, right? That's been one of my biggest issues, is taking too long. d4 looks interesting. We'll try it. Opens up the position. Well, it was going to open up the position for my bishop. Not anymore. Maybe I can play knight e5. We'll just keep kind of making the moves that... Okay, so he goes there. Maybe knight d7. I don't know. This is a tricky little position to play. Okay, this move is interesting. I think I'm going to play e5. And I guess queen e7. He does have a nice d6 square here, which is a bit of a problem. And I want to bring my bishop back, I think. This move. Surprises me a little bit, but it's interesting. So he wants to checkmate me. Well, I got to stop the checkmate. So that's... I have ideas with knight takes c5 here. So yeah, so he stops that. Okay, I'll play knight e5. Oh, I still had knight takes c5, actually. Huh, missed that. Unfortunately, I'll play f3. So this is a move that kind of plays for counterplay. Not too sure whether it was a good idea, though, because I have my own sort of back rank issues here. Yeah, this is a little bit dangerous, to be honest. I don't know that this is good for me. In fact, it is probably not. I have a very bad feeling about what I just did, but it's my bishop on a7, you will note, is a sort of garbage piece. I wonder if I had somewhere I want to play something like rook e7 to get a little bit of counterplay. Okay, so he goes there. Then I have no idea. It's sort of a crazy. So now he's threatening to mate me. So I may have to play queen g5. I think I do. Yeah, so this is going to be tough because I think his endgame is going to be much better. He's up a pawn. Yeah, so this isn't going to be a bad position for me. He's up a pawn plus like his knight on d6 is a monster. So this has not worked well. It's going to take a bit of almost a miracle, I would say, to actually win this game. It's one thing to draw it, but to win it will be pretty difficult. This b6 is sort of to try to just get something going. But that, you know, my pieces are just off. They're not good. Okay, so he goes there. Yeah, this is going to be, it's going to require some luck for sure. If it is to be, it's going to require a lot of luck. So it's probably not to be. So he goes here. I'm coming back. Is he going to try to draw? That's funny. I'm attacking his h-pawn. Oh, this move. So now I got to play here. Ah, he won the bishop. All right. Good job, Sebastian. Good match. This was pretty close. You know, he's a tough customer. He did well. He is very fast and he's very tricky and he's very good. So I think he's got a bright future ahead. After playing a bunch of games, and he plays a lot of different openings too. So good job to Sebastian Mihajlov. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll do it again. I had a good time. So the score, I got to update the score actually. It's going to be here. What was it? So this should have been 22.5, I believe. So what is it now? It's going to be 25.5 to 22.5 for him. So with that, I'm going to end the stream because I think Jan Gustafsson is going to be on. And then we have Alexander Grishchuk. This is a good day to go premium. So you can play all of those amazing people, especially Alexander Grishchuk today in just a couple hours. So stay tuned. I'm going to get off the air before I get kicked out anyway. Thanks for joining me, guys.